Hi, Cancer. It's Samantha from Soul Pathways, and I'm here to give you your May monthly love reading for singles, so single Cancers. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars, okay? Venus and Mars added because it's a love reading. Venus for women, Mars for men. It's a general reading, so take from it what resonates and leave the rest. If you want a personal reading, that information is below. The deck has already been cleansed and cleared. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I hope that you're doing wonderful this Sunday. Truly. Divine. Cleanse from the crown down, please. One fell. Should I have taken that? You want me to continue? Okay. I'm asking for Cancer singles in love. What's happening for Cancer singles in love? 1:33 on the timer. Hi, Divine. Archangel Michael 5. Beloved. Number 2. Some of you are coming into meeting somebody new, or you've recently met somebody new. You could have met them within some sort of group dynamic, I'm hearing. Wow, that's beautiful. So this is called the Beloved with radical acceptance. Your heart is set aflame. And with group think here, I really feel like this was divinely timed. I'm drawn to the clock here. For it's a stable environment, is a stable thing. It's something, I'm also drawn to the lock here. There's a little lock. I feel like this is something that's been, like you've been cordoned off from it for a long time. Like I said, for some of you, because we're all on different timelines, and we all go our own different speeds. So some of you, this has already happened to. Some of you, this is about to happen to. Some of you, you got a minute. This is coming, okay? With intentionality on the front of the deck, I feel like you're being divinely guided, and you've got like a thin little sector of time. You see how the eye of the needle, like there's like this little sliver of time, and you're gonna get it to meet a certain individual. For some of you, take what resonates, please. But it was 400 on my timer when I said that, and here we do. I got 40, and then it's 400 on my timer. So for some of you, 40 could be of significance, or 444. Maybe you're seeing 4s, a lot of 4s. 4s are about stability, security, consistency, stability, you know. 2s are, you know, decision making. You're at a crossroads, and it's like, do I or don't I? But it's also about cup full of love, meeting that special person. It's union, it's reconciliation. It's my heart's full of fire and love for you and passion, and you're the one, and gosh dang it, you're my beloved, and there's nobody else. Just nobody else. You fill me. You utterly fill me. And there is nobody in the world that I see like you. You are the only one that I can see like this. Eye of the needle. like the needle in the haystack. This is what I'm getting. Like, this is just so once in a blue moon, once in a lifetime sort of feeling. And I'm getting chills right up my legs as I'm saying this. So for some of you, you've met somebody and it's a fabulous opportunity. You've met them within a group, okay? And you're going to take them out. You absolutely are. If you haven't already, you're planning to. The other is you've already met this person and maybe you're apart from them. You've been locked out. You've had to go through cycles. Something about this clock is drawing me in. But you're single. This is a singles reading. You wouldn't be here, okay? If you're not, you're very close to being single. But, you know, the other thing I'm getting with this needle here is like threading a situation back together. Mending. Like mending. Spiritual belches, excuse me. Those are really significant because it says we're releasing things. When that happens, for me, it tells me this is a deeply spiritual situation, and there is so much stuff that's deeply toxic maybe happening that's being released. So I've got 5 needles here though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 5s are change. So there could have been 5 people, 5 different situations. Who knows? You tell me. It also now takes me to the 5 of Swords, you know? And swords are all about, you know, competition, duels, and fighting for others, or fighting for somebody, fighting others. And it's just like, you win, but by a narrow margin. You are the only one. And it's because God, you're divinely guided through a really crazy situation. You make it through the eye of the needle. You make it out of some crazy situation and you don't even know how. And don't ask. You're not here to know the how. Just be grateful. That's what you should be doing. Saying thank you, thank you, thank you for getting me through. Because you know what got you through. Something higher than you got you through. So, yeah. You had to take a deep dive to get where you're at. So, this really does feel like, for those of you who are single cancers and you're looking for that light of heart reading, I'm really sorry to tell you, but this is feeling like for those cancers who are definitely doing the internal work and on a spiritual journey and fully aware of it. This is all about, this is telling me, this is for a Cancer who's taking the plunge or wanting to take the plunge. I am feeling this is for a Cancer who's well aware they want to marry somebody. You're in love with somebody. Water's emotions. And maybe you just came to a realization. Maybe you just own the realization. Maybe it used to frighten you. Maybe your emotions frightened you. But now you're owning them because these are very deep. Look how deep we are in that ocean. I mean, you're down with the mollusks and the exoskeletons and everything else. Shoot, you're down there. You're lighting it up with just the plankton and everything else. So, I mean, what's down there? Healing. That's what's down there, a new you. When you come back out, you're not going to be the same as when you went in. See, when you dive that deep, you're really doing it for something else. You're doing it for something greater. You're doing it for love. Maybe you don't know it, but it starts with you. So hopefully that's what you're doing it for, your own heart. Because once you set your own heart on fire and you're in love with you, that's when you finally make it through this needle. You make it through the needle through loving you first. Once you love you first, you get through the eye of the needle. Because whatever you want from other people, you got to give yourself first. And you got to give it to yourself right. If you want to be loved right, you got to love yourself right. And so, for example, let's say you've always been in relationships where you've been ignored. Every person you've ever been with has always kind of taken you so lightly and ignored you. Well, how do you treat yourself? How do you treat you when you got stuff going on? And let's say it's in competition with your significant other's stuff. Whose stuff do you put above first? Do you put their stuff before your own? Are you a people pleaser? See, I find in life as a counselor, I have a master's in counseling alternative, where I specialize in alternative medicine and therapies. I also have a certification in life coaching and law of attraction. I'm a spiritual teacher. I find that in life, many people, they project outward their woundings instead of recognizing that those things are actually things they got to heal inside. See, people don't hold the mirror up to themselves. They reflect it outward or project it outward. So, you seem to be doing just that, though. Maybe you've had it. I mean, we've all done it. I've done it. It's a human thing. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect. Who wants perfect? That's fucking boring anyways. Excuse my language, but it's boring. You know, in a life where we're meant to be growing, if you never made any mistakes, how the hell are you growing then, right? We're here to make mistakes, right? So, you've probably made a few mistakes, and that's good. I know, right? Sucks. Because then you got to do the work to grow from it. But the growing, it hones you and it makes you the best you. And the best you is pretty magnanimous, I'm telling you, Cancer. Yeah. Talk about truly unlimited potential and untapped. You're doing the deep dive. And look at what it's going to bring you. That 10 is a new start. It's going to bring you an ace. I see this as an ace of cups or a 2 of cups. I really feel like this right here is why you're in the gestation period. Okay? So we've got the gestation period, and it could have started in the winter, since we got winter's dream here. And, you know, you could have went into a shell, into a period of hermit mode. Okay. But take what resonates. Whenever you went into this time of solitude, a time of reflection, a time of looking around and saying, this isn't adding up, a time where you really went inward and started to do this healing, is when the hermit mode began. Because that's when you also needed direction. And when you started looking at yourself, and divine started helping you. Because you could very well be an archangel. Because you felt lost and you were asking for help. Now, I can't help but to notice these cards. The last two, 63 and then 36. Look at how they mimic each other. 6336, they're mirroring. Something about mirroring. Something to be said about mirroring. That happens within twin flame relationships. And on this channel, I seem to be talking a lot about those and soulmate relationships. So I'll just say this. If you happen to be in one, you just need to know, and I'm drawn to the fact that I've got 2 circles here too. Know that as much as you're doing this healing work, they are as well. Maybe not in the same area, just in a different way and in a different area. And if you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. Okay? I need you to understand, and only take that if it resonates. Only take that if you know you're on a twin flame relationship, on a twin flame journey. Okay? Only take that if you understand what a twin flame journey is. If you have questions, feel free to leave me a question. But truly, don't leave me a comment some crazy. Please do be very discernful about what you do take from my readings and what you don't. But you could have went into this and you went into really, I mean, this is now reminding me of like the World card. You went in hermit mode, and it was the ending and the beginning of a new you. It was the ending of an old you, and the beginning of a new you. It was the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. I told you, it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity that was going to create an opportunity. And I'll tell you what that opportunity is in a minute. But you see, this is a caterpillar. And what do caterpillars turn into? Correct. You got it. Butterflies. And butterflies in the spirit realm, they represent transformation to greater things. So if you find that you're doing healing work, and pink is all about the heart along with green. So if this is you and you've taken the opportunity to really work on yourself with the help of divine, and this could be in relation to your feminine side or a mother wound, doesn't have to be, just noticing, you know, we got a feminine here, okay, then the opportunity that creates an opportunity, that opportunity is fated. Okay, it's written in the stars, so you could have a soul contract. Something that you know is fated. And if you're well aware of it, that's going to be a message that resonates for you, okay? 49, you could be 49. Life path 4, life path 9, 36, or life path 3, life path 6, 63, life path, again, 6 or 3, life path 1, life path 2, I have life path 7, okay? Yeah, so whatever it is that wherever you're going, I told me to take the 2 in the center, these popped out. It's fated in a contract, some sort of contract. That's going to resonate or it's not. It's going to have to do with heart and home with 27, and forgiveness, which is, this is reminding me of a wand, so another ace. I've got aces here, lots of new starts, 42, or 45, excuse me, and this is repairing. So there's a repair to a relationship with somebody's heart and home and compassion. So forgiveness. And I really do. And there's the butterfly. So you went from cocoon, you know, caterpillar, chrysalis to butterfly. And again, there's tons of butterflies here too. I'll have to admit, just 3 days ago, I seen a yellow and black butterfly, my very first of the season. And confirmation. Very interesting. And I was talking to my child the other day about the red string of fate, which is what this is. Red string of fate draws people back together. You'll know if you have it with somebody, because you'll see it in meditation or in dreams, but you and your significant other, whoever that is, you might never even meet this person, but you'll have met them in your dreams or meditation if you're deeply spiritual, and you'll have handed this off. It's typically tied to some sort of key, locket, lock. It could be given different ways, okay? But it's red string of fate, and it ties you to that person, and it is not breakable. It's like a three-string cord between you, God, and that person, and it bonds you. What it basically is you guys are each other's heart and home. And that's the fate. And that's what it seems you're doing your work for. For those this resonates with. Yeah. You're wanting to protect your future. You're doing the work to protect your future. I think you're coming into understanding. Yeah, you're beginning to understand the magnitude of what's going on here, the depth of what's happening. I don't think you understood before, but you're beginning to repair your body, your mind, and your spirit right now. With you're in a detox. You're beginning to, no matter feminine or masculine, you're beginning to, with a divine, come out of stagnation. You see, dirt, devil. So you could have been very much in dark energy, and you're moving towards love. Look at these cute little mice. King and Queen, benefactor, grace and generosity. 3. So I do feel like some of you could be part of something very big here, right? And I see the wings, so I really do feel like this is divinely guided. Again, earth angels, and they told me to split it. Divinely guided, limitless possibilities, stars in the sky. Again, this is a divinely guided union. I do feel like both of you are, or at least one of you are, earth angels. And again, possibilities for union are ahead. 4, 7. 7 is divine, 4 is stability, and Sky Bridge means reconciliation. So it's coming, and it's closer than you think. It's coming. Summer could be significant with that sun. Just, geez, 7 is July, so between now and July, I think you're working on eliminating ego, possibly, and you're moving through some initiation process here, as well as coming into understanding of who you are, who they are. Yeah, Ace of Swords. I think communication is definitely coming with that 37. Magician's Sword. So you're definitely moving forward as a single Cancer. Again, only take what resonates. For some of you, you meet somebody very charming. You meet them, you want to take them out on a date, and you will. I really do feel like you want to show them off to your friends, your family. You want them to meet your family, definitely. Some of you, you're already thinking marriage. They're going to really pique your interest. You're going to like them. Okay? They come off as very, very stable, this individual. And you like that about them a lot. They come off as balanced as well. They tickle your fancy. You're going to see where things go, and they go very well. And that's what happens in May. Let's go ahead and get you some advice. What can we share with Cancer about this? Okay, so we got an angel here. Could be you, but it's some advice. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Sounds pretty wise to me, wouldn't you think? Back of the deck, soulmate. This could be regarding a soulmate. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Another way you can do that is write their name on a piece of paper and do that. You don't even have to be in the same place as them. You write their name on a plain white piece of paper, fold it 4 times for stability. And you say this. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Well, you don't have to say it, but you imagine it. Feel your relationship being healed in that very moment. Friendship. Trust was popped up. And I'll have to admit, before I got to soulmate, I saw passion. The card passion. So I'm going to admit that I saw that card as well. So there's passion as well here. Passion, trust, friendship, sacred union just popped out. So there's lots of goodies in this basket for you guys to discover together. And that is your reading for the rest of May. Okay? Come back around for June. I thank you for showing up. I hope you got something out of that. You take care. Know that you're blessed. Know that you're loved. Take care. Bye.